Welcome back everyone to our series True Blue Stories. Today we are joined by Sumit Gupta, Head of Client Services. This series aims to offer you an authentic glimpse into our company culture and showcase the exceptional individuals who contribute to our success. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of A Day in the Life, this time starring Sumit. Thank you for joining us, Sumit.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you for having me.
So we'll just jump straight into the questions then. I heard that you've been recently to India. How was your trip? What was it like? Were you working? Were you visiting family?
Trip to India has always been really good for me because I come from India and it gives me the opportunity to see my family, to spend some quality time with them. I was working. It's not because I had to, but I think it's just because of my personality. I like to be in touch with my work and not leaving it behind and logging off and putting my out of office. So it was okay. It worked in my favor as well because I was working according to the UK time. So I was getting like few hours every day in the morning to meet my friend or family, do whatever I needed to do, and then log in the afternoon and log out in the night. So I covered most of it. So yeah, it's always been good. And in India, I mean, come on, weather, food, people, and it's a festive season in India nowadays. So what else you can ask for?
What sort of festivities do they have there?
Quite a lot. This is the month, actually. We call it the month of the festivals. So altogether, we've got 7 or 8 different festivals in 1 month. So I managed to do 3 when I was there and spend time with my family to celebrate with my family and friends. Lots of food, getting dressed up, shopping. So now the next one is Diwali, the Festival of Lights. I'm sure a lot of people knows about it, which is in 2 weeks' time. While I'll be here in UK, that I'm gonna miss my family that day, especially because that's the biggest festival. But yeah, it's good.
Brilliant. So obviously this sort of trip, it's during your working day, during your working week. Do you find that Blue Cube really helped facilitate that transition of working at different hours of the day and working obviously in a different demographic abroad?
The short answer is yes, but I would like to elaborate a little bit on this because I think I've been lucky enough to be working with Blue Cube, and it's not only me. It's I think every single employee, every single person in the company have got this opportunity to be flexible. As long as you're delivering what you're expected to. And yeah, they do. I mean, every time, whenever I travel to India to meet my family, which I did this year twice, which is quite rare for me. And they always, be so nice and kind and say, okay, if you want to work from there, you can work from there. I always worked, and not only India. Whenever I go on holiday, I know that's not right. Maybe for some people, but I like to work, so I get that facility from the company, and not only me, as I said, everyone.
Brilliant. So would you say that comes from like the top down? Obviously, Mel and Kenny really support people throughout the business. I'm aware of that. But would you say like the flexibility, that's definitely something that people in management support?
Yes, but I don't want to call it a flexibility because flexibility is something a lot of companies nowadays are giving to their employees to maybe to retain them, to keep them happy, duty of care piece. I think Mel and Kenny has been so understanding in the ways of what the people need. Even if you're not traveling, even if you need a time off work because of something, you need to get something done, as long as you're delivering what you're expected and putting all your hours in what are expected. They've been really supportive. And also, I mean, we have just come out of the difficult period in our industry for a good few years. And during that time, I have seen the management being so informative and keeping in touch with their staff and updating them every few weeks, what's going on in the company, what the plan is. That really helps. And that's the reason I don't want to call it a flexibility. I want to call it more as an understanding. Here we work more like a family. We understand each other. There's nothing hidden from anyone. Everyone knows about everything. It's just really good atmosphere to be in.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Please watch this space as we share part 2 of Sumit's interview.